New Delhi, signaling a strong convergence on China and a preparedness to keep Indian concerns over Afghanistan in mind, US Deputy Secretary Wendy Sherman said Taliban needs to provide an inclusive government while Beijing should follow global rules. In a sign that the US has taken on board India's security concerns after the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan and giving a hint of the next steps US may take in the war-ravaged country, Sherman said here on Wednesday, "We will always have India's security front and center in our considerations of how the US proceeds." In one of the clearest enunciations of US policy towards China, she said the US would compete, challenge and cooperate with China in various fields. "We have a very complex relationship with China. And it falls into three pathways. One is, we know that China will be a major competitor with the US in economics, emerging tech and in future. We're really happy to compete with China, as long as there is a level playing field. Let us make sure that everybody is living by the rules of the road." Sherman held discussions with Foreign Secretary Harsh Shringla and also called on Ensa Ajit Doval. She also called on Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar. Later, she told journalists that Taliban must create an inclusive government, ensure that Afghanistan not be a safe haven for terrorists, allow safe travel of people who wish to relocate and subscribe to human rights, including rights of women, girls and minorities. She said the US and India were on the same page regarding Afghanistan and the demand for unimpeded access for humanitarian assistance. "We must help the Afghan people that they are suffering terribly. We don't believe that now is the time to provide money directly to Taliban or to the interim government. The US issued a general license from our Treasury Department, so that any country providing humanitarian assistance wouldn't be sanctioned by US government," she said. The president believed. "After 20 years, we needed to step aside and make sure that we took our resources and used them in different ways in terms of our military. But he didn't in any way withdraw from our interest in the security of this region, in the security of India, and of making sure that terrorism does not grow in any part of the world," she added. On the possibility of COTSA sanctions on India when it takes delivery of the S-400 missile system from Russia this year, Sherman said, "We've been quite public about any country that decides to use the S-400. We think that is dangerous and not in anybody's security interest." Government sources said India has shared with Sherman its own perspectives on both Afghanistan and COTSA. India and the US, with their eyes fixed on the situation in Afghanistan, are continuing their intensive interactions. A counter-terrorism joint working group will be meeting between October 26-28, while a defense policy forum will be held this weekend. Adblock Test Y.